just so you know, this isn't a build video. If you want build videos, check down in the description. I thought I'd do a bit of a vlog because I haven't stood in front of the camera and talked to you guys and girls for quite some time. Bear with me, it's just a quick overview of the last few months, up and coming stuff, and a short review towards the end. So what's been going on? It's now about halfway through the second week in August. We go back to May. I was putting out videos and I was in a huge client job which took about a month in the end. I also had some small projects to do, some of my own stuff to do, and I just finished at the toy shop and the van was out of action. It had to go in for a new clutch. The van was in the garage for about 10 days or so, getting on for nearly 2 weeks. Had a new clutch, a scheduled interview for timing belts, things like that on the engine. And then there were a few other things which came up in the MOT as advisories, and I thought, well, whilst you're doing it all, you might as well do it all just in one go, and you've got to lose the van for the shortest possible time. So whilst that was out of action, I did a few videos of my own. So some of those videos that I've already mentioned, they're not in here, they're in different places, so nice scenic views as well. And then just as I got the van back, we had a horrendous family crisis, which took me out of the game for basically 2 months nearly. So everything that you've seen in the last 2 months from the beginning of August will have been backdated stuff. And that's now all past. I'm back in the game, as it were, playing catch up with client work and also for brand work, and now doing some of my own projects as well. So that's really quick of what's happened in the last few months. It's been really hectic, really stressful, ups, downs, side swipes, the whole 9 yards. Now, during that time and before, I was contacted by a couple of companies. Would I be interested in doing some reviews of their stuff? One of them is the Evolution Fury saw, which is quite an inexpensive entry-level miter saw for people. And if you're in that bracket, or you consider yourself in that bracket, probably something to look out for. There'll be a couple of videos on this, as well as some projects specifically built with this videos. They're coming up. And another firm was 3M. So this is going to be the review because it doesn't lend itself to a project video just yet. So be warned of that one. There will be a project video specifically for these. I saw one of 3M's videos on these Pelter alerts radio ear defenders, and I had a question because I was in the market, and they contacted me back, answered the question, and said, "Would you like us to? We've seen your channel. Would you like us to send you a set, and you can tell us what you think, and then tell everyone else?" So I said, "Yeah, all right then." My normal 2 conditions: I get to do what I like with them at the end. What I say is my view, not your view. Not interested in your marketing ploys, campaigns, anything like that. What I say is my thoughts and my thoughts only. And they agreed. Sometimes companies don't do that, in which case I politely turn down their offer. So they agreed, I agreed, and I've been using these now for a couple of months, and you will see these in future videos, and you've probably seen these already in videos up until now. So yeah, I mean, I was already using 3M ear defence. These are ones that I got at a previous job, and then the ones previous to this, which are also 3Ms. The Ampivox, which is what all the British Armed Forces get issued. The radio ones, you've probably seen other YouTubers wearing these. I know Mere Mortals use these. Laura Kemp certainly uses these kind of sort of radio ear defenders. And now I'm starting to listen to a lot more podcasts that I don't get on the radio. I can listen to these with those. So first of all, they're comfortable, and that is really the primary concern with any PPE. I always tell people on my courses when they come along and they're looking to buy glasses and ear defenders and that sort of stuff, it's got to be comfortable. If it's not comfortable, you won't wear it. If you're not wearing it, it's not doing its job, and you've just wasted the money buying them in the first place. So these are comfortable, and I have worn these for pretty much a whole day without taking them off, without them kind of scrunching up my ear or making that hurt. From a comfort point of view, they're really good, and that's what I would have expected, because these ones are comfortable as well. Along with the radio, which isn't too loud. It's not so loud that it drowns out the noise of the machinery you're working with. So there's a dial. Can you see that? The dial on the front there to turn the radio on and the volume. And there's another one on the side here to tune it into the station. Oh yes. Quality sound. So that's an analog radio on there, which is quite easy to tune, even when you're wearing them. On the upper of that third dial, we've got radio on and off and volume, tuning, and then the third one is a microphone, which is these two microphones as well. So even if you're wearing these, you can put them on and you can talk at a normal volume because you can hear what you're saying. So it's not like other ear defenders. If you ever had a conversation with somebody and they're shouting at you because they can't actually hear what they're saying, you don't get that, which is nice for the other person, but also it's easier for me. I can just switch these. If somebody comes in, they can talk and all the rest of it. It takes AA batteries. I've had these now for probably getting on for 3 months. These are the original batteries that came in the box. I have actually left these on overnight on the radio. I haven't switched the radio, I've taken them off, I haven't switched the radios off because I'm still getting used to wearing them, to be honest. And the batteries are still working fine, so I'm expecting the batteries to last a good long while. And obviously AA's are pretty cheap and easy to come by anyway. Twangy aerial, which hasn't got caught on anything yet, but it looks like it's armoured and sprung, so it looks like it's going to be a decent fit there. There's little foam pads which go over the microphones, so you don't get the whooshy noise of the wind. There's also an input on here, which is a 3.5mm jack. Instructions: you get a 3.5mm jack on either end of a half decent length cable, so it'll go from my ear, where it's going to be, nearly down to my knee. So I can plug that into here. That gets plugged into my phone, and I can listen to MP3s, fruit-based electric media. I haven't had any problems in terms of sturdiness. I've dropped them a few times and they've been floating around in the van and all the rest of it. So I really haven't had any major issues with them from that point of view. So I'm looking forward to continuing to use those. So even on concrete floor, they're pretty sturdy, and obviously they've been rattling around in the back of the van as well. So if you're in the market for a set of radio ear defenders, then these I can highly recommend. If you're not in the market for something sort of quite upmarket, I can still also recommend the normal Pelters as well, which I've been using for a long time. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with these. I won't be taking the branding off these, and the branding will stop on these as a kind of an ongoing thank you to 3M and their ad company. And obviously, it goes without saying, but thank you to 3M for giving me the opportunity, supporting my channel. So something else I meant to say on the original, and I was going to edit and I couldn't find the bit. I knew I'd said it. I must have just forgotten. I knew I wanted to say it. I must have forgotten. It's because this has got the jack of the MP3 player phone. I've also been using these for doing my editing. So I've been connecting this up straight to my computer and using it as just a normal set of headphones. And also whilst I'm doing my voiceovers. So I turn these on and then I can hear what's going on in the mic, and I've got that closed loop. So that's about it. Keep an eye out for the videos that I mentioned. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you. No, I won't. You'll see me back in more videos very soon.